Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
When I think of tag teams that can make a major impact on today's WWE, I absolutely think of these two teams.
And he's a proud guy. That title may not be on the line here, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want to win this match. Atomic drop. Ooh.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Boom, what impact.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double-team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, the rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the Doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
Looking to hurt him.
Harsh impact.
Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. In tag team action, like in singles competition, once a duo nails their opponent with their finisher, that should signal the beginning of the end.
It can take a long time for a tag team to decide on a double team finisher, but I agree. A team needs one, and it should be something that can be administered to any opponent. That's when a finishing move is truly effective. And since we're talking about tag teams, remember you and your partner have until the referee's 5 count to execute the move.
What's the secret to defeating Rowe, Corey? After all, you don't see him on the wrong end of many matches.
Rowe's like a ferocious dog who attacks everything in sight. But what do you do when that dog starts chasing your car bumper? You slam on the brakes.
If I understand Corey's earlier analogy correctly, Rowe is like a ferocious dog who can be outsmarted if you understand how it thinks. But how does one follow that game plan, Byron?
Rowe is so focused on creating the most destruction possible that if you take a step back and assess the situation, you might be able to outmaneuver him.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Nailed it. During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
Oh, nasty impact. The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down and the 3rd fall was ruled a double countout.
What a stomp!
Good grief!
Looks like he's starting to sweat now, but not for a second do I expect him to back down now.
It's decision time, Cole. Does he try to get back on the offensive himself, or does he attempt to make a tag here?
I know it's early, but he has to do everything in his power not to let this get out of hand. Boom!
What a strike! And that one grounds him.
I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw.
What a strike. Down he goes.
That'll do it every time. There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos have formed and over time they develop and bond and become an outstanding...
He's looking at it.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Double.
Oof. We got a rope break.
I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined their incredible strength, the results were something that couldn't be ignored.
It was really unbelievable to witness the evolution of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. We saw them improve every week and conquer a variety of opponents. To see the Swiss Cyborg and Celtic Warrior go from unwilling partners to WWE Raw Tag Team Champions was truly impressive.
If there's one word to describe Hansen's in-ring style, Corey, I would have to say it's ferocious.
Oh, I mean, there's no denying Hansen's ferocity, Cole, but there's a reason they've been called machines. Hansen and Rowe are focused and determined to succeed here in WWE.
Here he goes.
Hansen is focused on being dominant, as you mentioned, Corey, and he's certainly proven that in his first few.
He might have it.
Oh, it's locked in, the crossface. This one's over, guys.
What an incredible tag team contest.
How about another look at some of the highlights?
Who could forget this? He's getting it done here. I remember this part very well. I really enjoyed every minute of this.
Here are your winners, Oney Lorcan and the superstar, Danny Burchfield.
Dominating tap-out victory here.
It's performances like the one we just saw from these guys that makes tag team wrestling so exciting.
We've got an animated crowd here tonight, as we usually do when we're in Orlando.